Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. I am very low energy today. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Nothing bad, but it's just like my brain is slow today. It's been slow the whole day. I just kind of want to hang out for a little while. Maybe, well, I gotta get through the planning of the week. Then after that, just maybe do a little bit of a doodling, and then just kind of peace out. Similar to yesterday, you know? Similar to yesterday. So let's get on through with that. Let's see, where's my... Okay, there's the schedule. I don't have a lot this time around, do I? I'm kinda running low on things to do. I guess that's fine. It's not gonna be... It doesn't, you know, I don't gotta play a thing every day, you know? I don't gotta play every day. Just most of them. Just most of them. And I think I also have to delete a couple of old thumbnails. If I can find them. There's one. There's two. Three. I don't even remember what this is for. What's up, Max? How you doing? Delete that one. I think it rained today. I feel like I heard it rain, but I didn't, like, confirm or deny. You're feeling mediocre? It be like that. It doth be that way. Can't have every day be perfect and excellent. You ain't from Baltimore if you haven't done this before. You ain't from Baltimore if you ain't from Baltimore. That's how you know if you're from Baltimore. This is how it works. Where's the old schedule? Did I already... Okay, there we go. Delete that one, because that's the old one. And I gotta figure out what to do for this whole week. Wiki. Hail to thee. How do you do? I gotta figure out what to do. I don't think I'm gonna be watching anything this week, because we already did that. Saturday. Probably keep the Alien vs. Predator thing for like twice a week. Just to get through that. It shouldn't take that many streams, honestly. Maybe like 3 more. You are full of Easter soup. I don't even... That sounds odd. I will not lie. It sounds a little bit odd to be calling it Easter soup. Whatever that Easter soup may be, but... You're the boss. You're the one that's consuming it. Imagine the image of the fat little kitty. That's you, also full of soup. You're just filled with soup. You know, I never understand how much, like, those little... Every time I see an image of a little kitty cat filled with soup, it makes me wonder how it can absorb so much just nutrients, you know, without like, do you think they have little stomach aches? Because they have to have at least a bit of a stomach ache. That's like a little too much liquid they digest. At least in my humble opinion. I almost said Mediterranean. I am no veterinarian. Mediterranean. Oh goodness. I'll play Alien vs. Predator on Monday. I still got Battle Brothers to do, so I guess we can do Battle Brothers twice a week. And feel the wrath of my own incompetence fighting back against me. They do have fat little tums. I don't know. Maybe they're just made made for absorbing soup. It is funny though. This worries me a slight bit. Just a bit. Even if I played Battle Brothers, I still have 2 days open. What other game do I have in my collection? You might hear me yawn like 50 times. You know you are. You are many things. Built for absorbing soup is questionable. I forgot that Rainbow Six had a, not only did they have, like, that one guy from that one sneaking game, now they have just straight up Solid Snake. Nah, my goodness. Built for absorbing milk then, 100%. Milk. You are nothing but milk. Sam Fisher, yep, that's the guy. Sam Fisher. I just forget the game series he's from. Like, I know it's like similar, because it's a, stealth game. But I don't ever remember what it's actually called. I almost called it Spy. Doggy? What about the doggy? Have you patted a doggy? Oh, somebody pat me like a doggy. Me? Me as doggy? Partially. Partially. I guess I could start Return to Ash this week. But then what else? Do I even have anything left outside of that? I guess I don't. Huh. Well, there is Dead Space also, so I could decide to... I hitting you with the willow. Damn. Those are words, Yuki. Those are words. I assume of your people. But let's try to keep things 2 languages that I can understand, okay? My mind is vast and filled with knowledge, but it's not that knowledgeable, okay? It has very, very minuscule knowledge on the words of others. Shit aim. No. It's a good thing, Wiki. It is a good thing to be whacked with the willow. Or so I've heard. Okay, I do have Teleform. Okay, so I guess the other 2 things I have are horror related, except Return to Ash that's just like a little visual novel. I guess I could start Dead Space 2. But when do I want to do that? When do I want to do that? It's for health. Exactly. For health. For good health. You will live. You will exist. And be healthy. Why is it so hard to make real life friends? You go out. You go to a place. You talk to people. And you hope for the best. You're gambling, basically. You gamble when you're out there making friends. Also, the youth of the day, that is this era, should I say, don't tend to be out as much. There's not... The best you could hope for is going to a hobby-related thing, and meeting people there. Like a card shop or something. Although I'm sure those don't really exist all that much either. You don't have a hobby? Well, you better start making some. Or I guess obtaining some. And the only way you're gonna get hobby is by just doing things. It is literally that simple. You do things, and eventually you'll be like, oh, I kind of like doing this thing. So it is a little bit of an investment in time and resources. Maybe I should play Dead Space on Friday. It is, it is a time. But what thing? Anything. Knitting? Instrument? Collection of items? Literally anything. You already do have a hobby technically though, don't you? You collect moth related things. And I'm sure there are other people who enjoy insects. So how are any of those gonna help you get friends? Do you think you are the only one on the planet who enjoys collecting insects? Max, be in a blender. I'm gonna put you in a blender as well. You're just gonna be put in a blender. Didn't see you first when we played Citadel. I thought you were crazy. What? Very moth. You are my friend. Wow. Friendship making. In the live moment. In the live momentium. Momentium momentous. Horrendous. I am not, but how do I use them to make friends? Yes, but sadly you're an online person. Yes. I already told ya. It is as simple as yapping. And listen, not everybody's gonna wanna yap with ya, but it is the way humans commune and become friends. Like, there's gotta be at least somewhere, some place that people do things, little events, no? So do I just come up to people and talk? If you're in a place that is social, sure. Conventions and whatnot are places as well where you just kind of go up to people and talk and you do what you do. That's the most awful thing ever. You'll get used to it. The human mind is quite literally built to communicate to other human beings. It'll be awkward, and you just have to kind of tank the awkwardness until your brain learns that, like, actually this is normal. You just call people slurs until someone fucks with it. That's how you know. Well, you're a special case, Wiki. You're acting out your human role and you didn't get the scenario or the words. There is no such thing. There is no scenario. There is only cause and effect. Like I said, it's probably a lot easier to do that in places where people are being social. Obviously, you're gonna get people who don't want to yap every now and again, and that's fine, you know? It all starts with a simple, I like your shirt, or something like that, you know? You don't gotta make every conversation grandiose or nothing like that. You just talk about the things you like, I suppose. About them, you know, if they're wearing something cool. You mentioned they're wearing something cool. If you're at a convention, you know, people wear costumes, you know, you could be like, yo, sick. You've done it before. You're special, alright. Just talk about bugs. You are special. Hey there, special ed with who? Literally anyone. With the guys on the bus. I'm not sure the people on the bus are the. I mean, I guess you could like sit next to somebody and just be like, hey, how's it going? It starts simple. If the issue is genuinely just talking, then yeah, you gotta start that simply. You gotta just say, hey, how's it going to people. I guess that's more of an American thing. Whatever the European equivalent of walking by somebody and just saying hello is, you know? You're gonna stay alone then? No! You can't do that. You have to socialize in order to socialize. Otherwise, socialization doesn't happen. You gotta act. That's the most important part of existing. To take action. If you remember, you befriended a man, but sadly it was like a couple of years ago and you were a minor. Cool story, Max. Walking by and either or hi as most Europeans do. See? That's a start. Ow, my head. That is certainly a start. Like, what are the things you like, you know? Say compliments, that's a way to do things, you know? Giving people a bit of a compliment. As a little potential conversation starter. Definitely don't talk about incest. That's a solid piece of advice. You only do that on the internet or with very, very close friends during certain kinds of conversations. I'm gonna put Dead Space 2 for Friday. I don't know what I'll do on Saturday. Tuesday and Wednesday I might either... Battle Brothers might be on just those 2 days consecutively, or on like one of those 2 days and then Saturday. But then that leaves me with like one random day in the week to do something. You just nod if you hear someone say hi, because if you're mistaking them for talking to you and they're speaking to someone else, and you can easily explain away a nod. Very, very yolotls. That's not how you spell my name. Well, Wiki, you just look at a person that says hi. If they're looking at you while they're saying hi, then they're probably talking to you. Man, I kinda need to sleep normally. I feel like I could do some things. If only I could just sleep at a normal time. Instead, I'm just like, yeah, let me stay awake till like 3 in the morning. Or beyond. Or someone behind you. I mean, that's possible, but like, it's not the worst thing. If it happens, you can just be like, wow, that was silly, and then move on. Get out there and get up and find someone. God damn. It is not impossible. It is never impossible. Okay, that's all you need to know. It's not impossible. A little difficult, I'll admit, in this day and age, but not impossible. Or you can nod. Or you can be, yeah, you can be a coward. You can be the coward you are. Actually, how much is Battle? Could I even download that one? Probably. Okay, I'll place maybe Tuesday as Battle Brothers. Battle Brother. And then Saturday, another Battle Brothers stream. Wednesday is open. So what shall I do? You're gonna hunt people? You're gonna hunt down anybody who says else? What? We are not the same, and I am going to hunt down anybody who says else. Okay? Why people who say else? You know? That's a very specific, like... a very specific, What's the term? I don't remember what the term is. I'm just not gonna even talk. Specific, like term. There we go. Like a specific term or specific Fuck, I can't think of the word. It's another word. Requirement. There we go, like a requirement. Specific requirement. You believe he means to say otherwise. You are bullying Max. No, I'm just making sure Max knows what Max is saying so that I can know what Max is saying. Because if Max does not know what Max is saying, then I cannot possibly know what Max is saying. You have to draw feet. Well, nothing's stopping you. You can just do things. That is how life works. You just do things. And eventually things, you know, things happen. Max doesn't know what Max is saying. Possible, but I like to be an optimist and believe that Max does in fact know what Max is saying. I gotta wash my hair today. It's been having like an issue where like I have a lot of, what do you call it? Like the flakes that fall out of your head. A lot of that in like the recent couple of months really, and I don't know why. Dandruff. There's the word. Dandruff. Stinky stinker. Dandruff haver. Well, it's not my fault, you know? It's not my fault. I have tried to deal with it, and it's still just there. So, I'm gonna need some, like, Head and Shoulders or something. More specifically meant for dandruff, because it doesn't matter, like, I wash my hair, like, twice a week, you know? Twice a week at this point. Tried showering? Oh, yeah, like, you know, the normal human thing that I do every day? Yes, Wiki. Yes, I have. You're gonna make me just, like, mad for no reason. For no damn reason. You got skin falling off your head? You even had to go to the doctor, like flakes. It disturbs your drawings. Yeah, that's called dandruff, bro. You gotta wash your head. We do a little trolling? No? What do you mean, no? No to what? Doing a little trolling or washing your head? Max used the wrong shampoo and got an allergic reaction. I mean, I suppose that's possible, but I feel like you would know if you got a allergic reaction, you know? The blood smearing all over your canvas? Okay, then at that point, it's something different. At that point, you're just, like, suffering. You should get that fixed, you know? Doesn't sound pleasant. Well, that's not a flex, Max. You're going bald, start cooking meth. Ay, ay, ay. And we've talked about this before as well, Max, so, you know, don't make me warn you again. You're no chemist and you don't have 4 kids. Neither did Walter White. He had like 1 kid and then a second one was kinda sorta coming along, right? And then bada beam bada boom. Honestly, Breaking Bad could have been solved rather quickly. All the guy had to do was take that other guy's money and stop being so, what's the word? So prideful. He was too prideful. His pride was his downfall. I mean, Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle? There was no meth involved in Malcolm in the Middle. None at all. I don't know, no one watched the show. And maybe you just assume no one has. I very much know of the show and how it goes down. Maybe you didn't watch the show. Malcolm in the Middle, he's the same actor. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. Somebody's gotta fact check that. And it's not gonna be me. I will not fact check this information. I'm too lazy. I am simply too lazy. You bled because of your kitty? Maybe you should, like, not do whatever is making your cat scratch you? Or, you know, clip your cat's nails so that they, you know, they're not as potent. Not taking them off, that's a different thing. Like, just doing little, whatever cat nail clipper. I never understand how people, like, cut their cat's nails, like, without accidentally hurting them. Or getting, you know, scratch posts are a thing too. Those can help out, probably. That's like a more natural way for your cat to not have as sharp a nail, I suppose. No one watches Breaking Bad. You're convinced people just made it up. Everyone dick rides it, but you never ask. But whenever you ask, no one has seen it. Well, maybe the people in your lives are not into watching Breaking Bad. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe the people around you just simply are not into that kind of show. Ask what they do watch. What do they watch? And why do they watch it? You love him so much, I'm sure you do. It's just not real. You know what's not real? I don't know. Something. Your glass of milk. Your carton of milk that you drank last night. Not real. I'm not real either. In a way. Everyone has seen the Titanic, yet you see more Breaking Bad content and no one has seen it. It's because the Titanic is, I don't know, stupid, and everybody's forced to watch it at some point in time. And everybody agrees it's bad, so nobody, like, talks about it. Because why would you talk good about something everybody agrees is bad? Why talk about it at all? It's like, see? Even you agree. So, like, why talk about something everybody agrees is dumb? There's no reason to talk about it. So literally any other show that's considered better, even if it's watched by less people than you would think, is going to be talked about more than the other show. That's just how that works. Hey. How many times have I yawned already? I feel like I've yawned like 5 times in the last 30 minutes. No good. No good. I haven't kept count, really. I just know it's been about a handful of times. A handful. One whole grasp worth of yawning. If you could grasp onto a yawn, you know? You know, I don't even realize how often I wear jeans anymore. It's all I wear. Just jeans. I have no shorts, I think. I might have a couple, but they're not good, so jeans it is for when summer comes around. You hate jeans? I don't know why you would. They're like the most practical pants there are. They work in like literally any condition. You know what I do wish I had? Like a coat. Like, not a coat. Like an everyday kind of... I don't know what they call it. I guess it would be a coat, but like, not a coat, you know? You hate a lot of things. Your heart is full of hate, y'all. God has not taken it out of you. You are sweatpants truther. Well, you can only wear sweatpants so much, especially in the summer. I guess if you live in a colder place, sweatpants are just the way to go anyways, because it's gonna be cold even in the summer. Or I suppose cool, rather than cold. Like, I too wear sweatpants, but not all the darn time. A cat in a hat. When did the Alien post kitty cat images? Oh my goodness, that's a creature. I've seen the Discord. I am looking through it. You have sent creatures. Very green. Very, very floofy looking. Look at this. Look at this little critter that has been sent to me by Yuki. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Zebug. Zebug. It does kind of look like it's a little mossy. it's just wearing a little moth. I mean, damn. Now I'm gonna mix up the words. It's cute though. I like it. Where's the other one? The other image is kind of funny though, because it just looks like it's just like standing on business a little. Hold on. This one. There you go. This one just looks like it's about to start fighting. You like the first picture more? Yeah. It stands up, you know? The moss moth. It stands up. Exactly. It stands up. Ready to throw hands. Like those pitbull pics. It kind of, yeah, it has that pitbull stance. Is this just the pitbull of the moth world? You know, like nothing, it is immovable. It is immovable against all that will confront it. Front feet are hidden along the body. Are they? I thought those were the front feet. Unless those are not front feet. Those are middle feet. Oh. Huh. I suppose the front feet would be small. Useless. Unless that's an ass pig. I don't think that's how that works. It'd be a little funny, but I don't believe that's how that works. It is cute though. I like that. Cute little creature. What will it do, I wonder? You know, sometimes I wonder what they feel like. Like, are they, when you touch a moth, would it feel like prickly? Would its like little fur be, I don't know if I should even call it fur. Like, I don't know what to call it. Hairs? I don't know what they have. It's soft? Because I know, like, spiders that have, you know, hair and whatnot, they're prickly. Fur, the softest thing you ever touched. No wonder, no wonder. They're probably so soft, they're just like aerodynamic, I guess. Like the air just whoosh, glides off them. He thought bath time was a one-time thing. Who, if I may be so inclined as to know who you're referring to? No, goodness gracious, someone's blasting their music now. Fun! The pick of the fuck-ass mud cat you in the server? Oh, and the meme. I see. Angry ass, fuck-ass cat. It's... Yeah, why does it look so mad? The cats just have an easy time looking mad. It is like... I suppose it is quite the second nature to them, isn't it? I just wish they could look happy, you know? Just be happy. Why can't they be like hounds in that fashion? They should just be happy and joyful and loving existence, but instead, they're either showing off their superiority very pridefully, or they're mad. You know? Like, either subtly trying to be arrogant or mad. Those are the two main moods of a cat. And they're just like that. They're just like that. There's nothing... I don't even know if you could train a cat, honestly. I've thought about it. You probably could, but I highly doubt it is anywhere too near the same as when you try to, like, train a dog. And I feel like training a cat would be more so just... I don't know. Like, trying to... No, that would make it sound the same as training a dog, but like... reinforcing the same... like, almost like negotiating with it. Like, a cat is never actually trained. I feel like you just kind of incentivize it to do certain things, and it's more likely to do the things you want. But like with a dog, it's like once you train it into them, it kind of sticks around forever. They kind of keep doing that thing. The dapper cat named Stinky is one of the few happy looking cats you've seen. You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to show me. El gatito. I still don't know what to do for Wednesday. This like the schedule is still there, and it's like, what do I do on Wednesday? I did not. I kind of ruined my my little diet yesterday. I ate a lot, and then drank, and then didn't exercise. You think Alien posted it at some point? Mayhaps, mayhaps. It is plausible. Alien has a tendency to post cat-related things. Sorry, I just like looked at something in the Discord. I like how Alien is just showing off. He's just showing off the cat wherever and whenever he can. Which, you know, I suppose is a fine thing to do. It's a good cat. It is. It is a good kitty. It's a very cute kitty. Yuki's kitty is pretty cute too. I kinda wish I had a kitty. I would wish to lay my head upon kitty. Lightly, you know, lightly lay my head upon it. And hopefully not get mauled in the process. I also like birds though. I like birds a lot. They're so goofy. They're so like, they're just so odd. In like a way that makes my, it like clicks in my head. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like they just act and exist, and my brain is like, yeah, I like that. I guess it depends on the bird as well, but those little parakeet types are pretty cute, you know? The only bad thing, I guess, about them is that you gotta get two. I guess it's the same thing. There's like certain animals you gotta either always interact with or give them a buddy. And parakeets are like that kind where you can't just have one, because if you go away, it's gonna get sad. Because it doesn't have anyone to interact with. So you gotta get two of them. You get that with lizards? Like, yeah, I respect how you live. Lizards are... I guess it depends. I feel like I like them. I like looking at them. I don't know if I'd like one as a pet, if that makes sense. I feel like I need something I can have more interaction with. Although certain lizards can be definitely a lot more, like, lively. I suppose it's good if you're, like, the type to just feed it. And... you wouldn't want one? Like, lizards are good if you're just gonna, like... if you just want something else alive in the room. You know? Like, you don't want to worry about it too much. You feed it, you water it, you clean its, little place. I suppose the only bad thing about lizards is that you don't really know when they're sick. Like, unless it's a skin thing, you're just not gonna know. Because they're just gonna be there. Hey there, hey there. Can you play Citadel? No. We've been over this. Max will just keep it going. Forever and ever and ever. No, Max, no! Actually, there was this one guy on YouTube with the big ass lizard that just kind of runs around and jumps at him. He's cool. I think I know what you're talking about. It's like an iguana, isn't it? Or is it... I'm sure that somebody's done that with a Komodo as well, but I don't, I do not recommend having a Komodo dragon. Period, alright? Like, they're a little too dangerous to have. Have you ever asked you if... Yeah, you've asked. It's supposed to... I'm pretty sure I've established a once a day limit on that question, and you just completely ignore that. Yeah, he kind of runs on his hands and legs, on his hind legs. You for gore? Well, don't. Don't, Do not forget. Simply remember. Simply have the knowledge and the forethought. And the prior thought? Question mark? The cognition. Apply it. I'm gonna go piss. I'll be right back. Man, you guys really, really like having strange conversations, don't you? Just very strange. The salami lid won't fit. Why do you have to put that in all caps? Why in all caps? That is an unnecessary act. The salami lid situation cannot be that serious. No, you were looking for the monitor lizard? There is no such thing. Except there is, because those are literally a type of lizard. You know what? That's good enough, I suppose, for a schedule. Tomorrow's the 6th, so this is from the 6th to the 12th. Brother, why so formal? Oh, almost did the wrong thing there. Oh, okay, that's the monitor lizard you were talking about. Fair, fair. Go here. Okay. There we go. Post that. And then go over to the Discord. Like I don't know why, like, I'm literally so tired today. I don't know. Maybe it was the drinking. Oh, yeah. Body can't handle it anymore. There we go. Schedule's over with. Pro speaks fancy. You didn't even say anything fancy. That's the thing. You're just saying things. Your mind is simply barfing out words, and I can respect that to a certain extent. I can indeed find some monicum of respectability in such an act. You know, I wish for things. I wish for many things. You are in the Chinese room. You know, I'm gonna lock you in the Chinese room, see what happens after 3 days. What, can't pregnant men react you in announcements? We can't do that? Oh, you can't do that? You know, you cannot do anything in announcements. That's specifically my territory. You can just witness what is there. That is literally the purpose of announcements, is so that I make an announcement and then you guys look at it. Like that's it. And why do you want a pregnant react it? Like, don't do that. Just don't. You don't gotta be a little weirdo. You definitely know the joke, right? I know a lot of things, Max. You're acting like we didn't watch a certain thing like a couple days ago. You know, if you have to ask if people understand the joke, why tell the joke? This is a travesty. You know what else is a travesty? Yo, mama. Who knows why I said that? Who knows? Am I being too mean today? I don't know. I feel like I'm being a little mean today. A tad bit. A minuscule amount of rudeness from yours truly. But that's what you're all here for, you know? A little snappiness. Like a Snapple. I freaking love Snapples. I haven't drank a Snapple in a long while. They probably don't even come in glass bottles anymore. They probably got all replaced by plastic bottles. And sometimes they genuinely are damn near impossible to just get open. You've joked about doing your mom, it's only fair. You know, mutually assured destruction. That is the way to go. My ear. Ow. Now, I thought about, like, making a doodle of myself today, but now I'm feeling too lazy. I'm feeling too exhausted. I want to sleep. Like, more. And today, I don't think I'll get much sleep at all, now that I think about it, because tomorrow's Monday. That sucks. It sucks that it's Monday. It feels too soon. It feels too soon. I don't want it to be Monday. But hey, we must look to the future with a relatively optimistic heart. Otherwise, the demons are gonna win. The spiritual war rages on forever and ever. Being insulted at a joke after doing nothing but bully, harass, and rage bait you for however long I've been doing this would make you a pussy. Yeah, it would. But it's okay. You're allowed to be mean to me. It's in the rules. You're just not allowed to be mean to one another, which is also in the rules. Because I don't want any infighting, alright? It would make me sad. It would make me sad to reprimand you guys for being rude to one another. Because it's like a parent having to choose their favorite child, you know? Your mom can take one for the team this time. Oh, she loves taking it. What the fuck? That one just slipped out of me. That one slipped right out. Not even just instinctually. Oh no. I think my brain is finally succumbing to the mom jokes, I guess. So what's the plan for the week? What are you guys doing? Just the usual? Or is anything, exciting happening for once? You set up for that one? It was a test. I'm sure it was, I'm sure. 100% it was a test. I might just need more food. That might be the issue. Whether you fail or pass is up for interpretation. That's not how tests work. Unless you're like a Asian master, I guess. And in which case you can interpret anything in whichever way you wish. Is my feng shui fucked up? My feng shui, however it's pronounced. Kinda wanna doom scroll a little, but that's no good for the mind. You are quite the Chinese thinker. Are you in a very Chinese period of your time? You're having a very Chinese, period of life right now. I kinda wanna make, I don't know why I have the desire to just start, like, putting tubes together. Like, I don't know. I wanna just start, like, making something. I want to make something. I want to make a little, I don't know, like an engine. Just make a machine. Make something. You turn into a cherry blossom and you decide to dip it from the function. Okay, Mario. No, what does Mario have to do with plugging tubes together? That doesn't even make sense. I don't know, it's just been a while. It's been a very long time since I've just created things. Plumber, I mean, I guess, but like, is Mario even actually a plumber? Like, I know he was created to be a plumber, I guess, technically, but it feels like he's not even he doesn't do any plumbing. He just LARPs, I guess, as a plumber. Outside of that, he hasn't really done any plumbing. And wasn't one of his first appearances ever was just fighting a gorilla? Like, it was his first, maybe not the first, but one of his first appearances was just throwing hands with freaking, you know, DK, and that's it. He goes in pipes while tripping on shrooms. You know, that does seem like a very blue-collar thing to do. Being under the influence while working. Yeah, that seems like a that seems like a thing. I've seen that. Although usually it's in construction. They get very bored in construction, mostly because they just sit their asses around and only kinda have like 2 guys doing a thing while the rest of the team kinda shells out. Maybe I should try and become a... No, I don't want... Actually, I'm thinking about it. No thanks. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can like laze around a little bit, but then my everything, my schedule for everything I do would be all fucked up. I'd be gone for days at a time. I did make a birdhouse once out of metal. It was part of like some little workshop thing. I don't know where I put that thing. I think we threw it away. You hate beer? Working any construction made you wish you had beer? It is innate. It is innately built into construction. There's a sequence, a pattern that they make you go through that makes you yearn for beer. Or New York slices of pizza, one or the other. Or both. Man, a good old slice of pizza would be so good right now. I'm hungry. I think that's the issue. I think that's why I'm so tired. I'm hungry again. I might just like eat unhealthy again. I'm so flip-flopping on this whole on the wanting to be healthy thing, because I kinda do, but I kinda don't. Like, on one hand, I'd like to be good looking, but on the other hand, 8 months to get like a nice, you know, pair of abs or something seems like a heinous, like, heinous span of time to do that. You crave kebabs when drunk, yet you've never had a kebab while drunk. Have you been outside while drunk? Maybe that's the issue. If you haven't been outside, you have a less likelihood of you finding a kebab place. Especially if you already know of a kebab place, you know? Like, all you gotta do is get drunk, and then go to it. Unless it requires a vehicle, in which case you're gonna have to get your buddy to drive you to it. But yeah, meat while being inebriated is pretty good. Just don't drink too much, or don't eat too much, or both. Might be better to eat more than to drink more in that situation. You'd love to eat healthy, but if it was affordable and also didn't take too much time to make. It doesn't take too much time. The price thing I can kind of get. It depends. I don't know. Like, I've kind of gone through the numbers in my head, and it's like, you technically, the only issue is that you end up with less to eat because of like the portions that things come up in. Shut up and let me cope. No, but like the issue, because like because I've noticed it with something like rice, right? White rice you can buy for like a lot, right? You can spend like a good, let's say this is like in American dollars, right? So like on like a 20-pound bag or something, like a 10, not 20, a 10-pound bag of rice, 15 to $20, right? But then you try to do that with like brown rice, and you'll be spending the same $15 to $20 on like a 5-pound bag of like brown rice. And it's like, yikes, you know? So like the second best option you have would be like most likely oatmeal. You eat a lot of rice. Rice is good. Rice is pretty tasty. And it's affordable, and it comes in a good quantity. So if you're stuck with white rice, your only options are really eat less of it and have more vegetables involved to keep you full, or just bite the bullet and just buy oatmeal, and that's it. It lasts forever. It basically does, yeah. So you can buy, like, if you're buying rice just for yourself, then yeah, you just buy like one 10-pound bag and you're good to go for a good while. Obviously, if you're sharing it with other people, like a 10-pound is gonna be lasting like a month. At least that's how it does here with my familia. That's like a month, maybe 2. Honestly, 2 months, a month or 2 months. Depends on what else we eat. Another issue is just dealing with like wanting to nibble on other things, you know, like a snack or something, right? If you get peckish, what do you do, right? What do you do when you get peckish? Well, you hope you don't share your food with anyone. Like, they better be at least slotting in some cash if they're gonna be sharing food with you, you know? Contributing. Fruits are fucking expensive, kinda, right? At least in comparison to like junk food, where you can buy like but you could probably buy like a box of honey buns for like $3, like a pack of 6 or something. For like $3, and then you go buy like a bag of apples and it's like $5 to $6, and it's like, damn. You had a dream about stomping a roommate out for stealing some sauce from you recently, so they better not. And let's hope it's not a premonition. That much is true. We don't want you to be in trouble. Although, wild dream, very specific kind of dream. Do you have anything against this roommate of yours? You know, that you're dreaming about stomping them out? Because that seems rather violent, is one way of putting it. You start smoking instead of eating, but it's even more expensive, and yes, you don't like him. Fair, fair. Buy some gum. Just replace smoking with like gum or something. Just chew on some gum. But you still need your 3 meals, so, you know, don't miss out on those. Goodness gracious. I still yawn like a dingus. You used to chew the fuck out of gum as a kid. Now your jaw clicks sometimes. Oh lordy. Well, nobody's telling you to like try to annihilate the gum in your mouth, you know? Just, I guess, you know, maybe gum isn't the best choice for you, huh? Just don't do, like, one would be not to do it all the time, because I feel like that's something you did back in those days. You know, the developers of like Battle Brothers made another game and they came out with it, or I guess it's still in early stages of development or whatever, early access, whatever you call it. And I really want it, but I don't want to pay for it. I don't have the money, and I want it because it's cool. It's a sci-fi one. Makes me tweak out a little. This is a sign of a true eater. You're a true chewer is what you are. Enough of a chewer to fuck up your jaw. $25%. It's only $30 right now. Damn it, man. You generally click a lot. Maybe you should get that checked out a little bit then. If it's an issue. If it's not a big issue, then you know it is what it is. But I feel like that's kind of an issue. This sounds like kind of an issue. So I'm like looking at the page for this game. I just like I just like the idea of it. It's so cool. Now I'm debating whether to buy it or not. With the few funds I have left in my coffers. It doesn't hurt. This sounds like a tree falling over in the woods when you squat. Huh. Well, you better be eating stuff that I don't know, helps your joints. You know, a lot of fish oils, some stuff with I don't know. I don't know how to fix that. I'm sure there's a way to make it not click, but I don't know all that much about it. The games fund. The games fund. You'll eat Vaseline. Do not do that. You will poison yourself, and you will die. Most likely. Is Vaseline toxic? It's not meant for your insides, so I imagine it's going to be. I don't see how it wouldn't be. All things considered. Surely not more than glue, and you've eaten glue, so you should be fine. That's not how that works, buddy. That is not how that works. It's another strategy game. That seems like a copy of Civ. Oh my god, I remember the ant game, Empires of the Undergrowth. I forgot that game existed. I remember that game being on YouTube, like all over the place. Sometimes something shooting yourself with low caliber bullets you develop an immunity to high caliber. Bro's trying to force evolution to work. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? You are not. What's that character from DC? You are not like Apocalypse, I think is the name, right? The one that like adapts and whatnot. Yeah, you're not that motherfucker, okay? You're not him. You are lesser than him, and quite by a while, quite by a bit. What is working out if not evolution on a small scale? I mean, it is, but not in the way you think. Natural selection will be at work, that's for sure. Evolution itself, well, you know, I guess by technicality it'll be at work. Natural selection should have claimed you a while back, and and yet it hasn't. Don't jinx it. Do not jinx it, okay? Do not do it. You cannot be testing a fate like this. The gods do not take such things lightly. Your hubris will come back to bite you. You should know this. It is historically what has happened. And yet, there you are, confident as a bumblebee. I don't know why I made that, like, connection, but, like, I guess it's what I was going with. As a bumblebee? Sure. You're a gambler? Gamble away, then. Gamble away. What's a life worth, am I right? I think I'll be That's how that one little dog from those videos. You guys have ever seen the little video series with the dog that's flying the plane? That's how it sounds like when it talks. What's the most you've lost in a coin toss? I can't read. Dog of wisdom? Dog of wisdom. Toin cost, yeah. My bad. See, my brain is melting. I think I'm gonna end stream soon. It's because I'm too tired. But what is the most I've lost? Certainly not my... Well, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I'm ever gonna lose that, so... I can't even joke about that. Nothing, honestly. I don't think I've ever bet anything on a coin toss. I did it again, oh my god. A coin toss. God damn it. It's stuck in there now. My brain has collected this as an actual phrase and it won't leave me alone. Coin toss is awesome. No, it's not. It's not awesome at all. It's just my brain being stupid. I think the only time I've like coin tossed is during like a game where I make decisions in the game. So the most I've lost is just, you know, options. They both sound like words. They kind of do. They do a little bit. But we all know which one is words and which one is not. Not until we give coin toss a definition, it'll just be sounds that we make. So if it has a definition, then it can be a word. But since it doesn't, it is just sounds that we little animals make. Like, the coffee that I drank does not feel like it's kicked in at all. Like, it's there, it should be. Toin, coin, a definition right now. Well, you come up with something. I'm not smart enough. I'm smart enough to say toin cause several times over. That's about it. Yeah, I think I have to change the thermal paste on my computer, but I don't know. You're smart enough to be amused by it greatly. I'm expecting too much. Well, you know, I can have dreams. I can have dreams for you guys. Hopes, aspirations. Just like how I hope you guys, all of you, every single one of you, ends up in a far better place than I. Successful, brilliant, happy, all the good things. You guys deserve it. You guys all deserve it. And you know, I hope for myself a little bit. I hope I become at least moderately successful in my endeavors. Very moderate though. One must chase a dream like they are delusional. And I do dream. All I have to do is chase. Because damn. Nah, fuck that. You wanna be a sandbag in some war? You wanna be a cog in the system? I mean, you can, if you really wanna. You know, nothing's stopping you from going to Africa and becoming a warlord there. Nothing's stopping you. You can always do that. We all be making it. Oh, good heavens. You know, you just gotta act. That's the way of life. Take action. And something's bound to happen, eventually. I've been slacking a little bit on the drawing lately. I shouldn't do that. I might continue trying to make like another PNG for whenever we play Battle Brothers. And I need to figure out what program I want to use for when I make like a kind of, I guess, official normal Yolotl PNG. Cause I wanna have the one that has the character parts kind of like bouncing a little bit. But I don't know which one that is. It's the one where you can have it like be a little like basically animated or whatever. Whenever they're like when the, you know, characters is standing still and whatnot. I guess I could technically do that with this one too, although I'm not sure it'll work as intended. I guess it depends. You are invigorated by spite. You want me to have a good life and you to have a shit one just to prove me wrong, and you will be getting on meth. Don't get on meth, okay? Don't do that. It's not even obtainable for you, okay? I don't think you can. You know what? I think you can do it. You should do it. 100%. Absolutely. It is obtainable. It is easy. I mean, it's too hard. I mean, it's too easy. I don't know how to reverse psychology you here. I'm trying. Is it working? I don't think it's working. Admittedly, my strategy is falling apart. Thank you for believing in me, y'all. I will. Oh no. It's over. It's so over. It's so over. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It's YOLO, it's YOLO. Sure, YOLO. You guys like doing that, just mixing up things and just putting YOLO in front of it. I don't know why you guys are like this, but you guys are like this sometimes. I do not mind. I do not mind. It's an easy name to just put in front, just put stuff in. Put me in something. Put me in someone. You know? Like, let me have a good time. It's YOLO. I think that's it for today. I think I'm too groggy, too everything. Tomorrow I'll try to go for a full, like 4 hours, I think, of stream, because I have been, these last 2 weekend days have been kind of short, and I don't know why. I've just been like rather tired. Leave me alone, freak. I shall leave you alone. I shall leave you to your lotions. Leave me to my lotions. Oh, I think the floor just cracked. Fucking love that video. I think the floor just cracked. Guy just falls. Bye bye. Have a good Easter egg day. I shall. You all be blessed. May the stars be bright for you. May the future as well be bright for you. May the gods bless you. Have a great rest of your days, alright? You lay many eggs like a good bird. I am not a bird, last I checked. Bye bye.